Hello, my fellow man, my fellow Filipino people, and also other nationalities. Uh, Good morning. What is the word that makes good morning good? How do you connotate good morning? Okay, we connotate good morning as waking up, and we connotate good evening as sleeping or taking a rest. So I want to emphasize to everybody that we say good morning even in the afternoon, even in the evening. So, good morning even if it is already afternoon. I think it's already 2 hours from now, it is already evening. Now, just making a joke, okay? Our topic is about education of the children, education of the youth. Okay, the deep root of all problems is lack of education. The deep root of all this poverty is lack of education. So there's so many source of problems that cannot be solved because of no education. Okay, regarding this K-12, if this will not be properly implemented, if this will not be properly done, or they will be done, there will be no future for us. This K-12 should be competent enough. The teachers must be competent enough to deliver this K-12. Okay, that's the thing. So, why is it before we only have up to 4th year, comparing right now we just an additional of 2 years? Now, here is the answer for that. Because of too much demand of qualified workforce, because too much demand of competent workers, K-12 is needed. That's the thing. There's so many innovation in technology, science, everything that we cannot adopt because of this problem about how you study the 2 years education program, additional education program throughout our entire study. By the way, learning is a lifetime process. Education is a lifetime process. Where it means that until that we should be learning. Okay, that's the thing. So I am a proactive person wherein I am broad-minded that this K-12 is really needed for our students to be much competitive around the world. That's the thing. Okay? Then, this K-12 will have a chain reaction or ripple reaction or domino effect to our children, to the youth, and also, never mind about the additional teachers that will be added to the K-12. Because we really need good teachers, competent teachers. Not only good teachers, but the real emphasis is being kind teachers. Rather than this, teachers who are not qualified enough to teach K-12. Okay? Quality. It is not only time that is needed, but also quality of spending your money or the money of the people to this K-12. The people are complaining about the additional cost of this K-12. Okay, that's the thing. Additional cost. Wherein 2 years is much very hard to find money. Okay, that's the thing. Now, regarding the Filipino subjects, should we delete this Filipino subject in the tertiary level or in the undergraduate course? No, we should not do that. Why? Okay? We should not eliminate Filipino subject in this tertiary level or undergraduate degree. Because in the future, perceive what will happen to the future by focusing on the present. What will happen to the future if all of us, what will happen to our culture? Okay, just imagine all of the songs that we hear in radio will be in English. OPM. Okay, do you understand? So, I believe that these Filipino subjects that we get in tertiary level is only around 2 subjects or 1 subject only. Why should you delete it? Why should we erase this Filipino subject? Only 1 subject on the entire 4-year course or 5-year course in the undergraduate degree. Okay? So, that is my position. Because our culture will be affected. The Filipino music will be affected. Why is that Japan, Korea is so much successful even though their language is crooked? That is my question to you. Now, this K-12 must focus, again, let's go back to K-12. K-12 must focus on communication skills. In the place that I worked before, in Sultanate of Oman, okay, English subjects are divided into 4. And after dividing into 4, after the end of the SEM, they will take up TOEFL. The thing is, they emphasize on 4 courses of communication skills. Reading, listening, writing, and I forgot the other one. Sorry, I forgot. Speaking. Right, that's the thing, speaking. Which is also a problem. Speaking. Now, they emphasize this 4 course because it is required by TOEFL. If you fail TOEFL, you cannot go to the next level, which is baccalaureate level. That's the thing. Okay? Now, they cannot go to bachelor's degree if they fail TOEFL. They are given 2 chances. If they fail on these 2 chances, they will undergo private. They will have to spend on their education in the baccalaureate degree. If they pass the TOEFL, they will undergo free education in college. The whole term. Okay? Now, about the training of the teachers in future teachers in the K-12. How can we train these teachers in the K-12? I ask to you. My emphasis is that K-12 must be adding subjects. K-12, there should be teachers who are studying in SPED. More SPED subject should be emphasized on the study of these teachers. SPED, special education. I have a friend before who can you recognize as a normal person. You will notice my friend, he is very normal person. But the thing is, he is good in writing, he is good in mathematics, he is good in everything. But the problem is when reading and speaking. When he reads, he cannot properly read in front of the class. But he has a good composition wherein he is very good. In writing, he is very good. In mathematics, he is very good. In everything. Only during reading and speaking, he is not very good. And that is what we call dyslexia. Also, I have many friends also like me also, like addition, subtraction, and ADHD. Okay? So that's the thing. Kaya for a moment, I will just turn on the lights, okay? Just for a moment, sir, ma'am. Now, again, in this SPED program that will be added in the 4 years baccalaureate course degree, I want to emphasize that this SPED should be added in all courses. If you are an education degree student, these SPED subjects should be added in those curriculum. We must focus on SPED. Because right now, what is the cost of SPED? What is the cost of having special education wherein students are not having any more conversation or sports because of Dota, because of Counter-Strike, because of Facebook, because of uTorrent, and everything. So the thing is, these students are too much difficult to handle because of they forget already have communication with their family because of this IT technology that is happening right now, wherein all children has the access to these computers and tablets. Now, what is it? How can you implement good learning, good knowledge, good wisdom, good discernment to these children? Everything is available in the internet, even pornography. So that's the thing. So, regarding this also, in communication skills, people are trying to tell me that I'm nga. Now, the thing is, if we do not communicate very well, how can these people, if we do not communicate very well, how can we understand directions? how can we understand instructions? If these two people communicate with each other, for example, like a moment ago, deletion of Filipino subjects. So if Tagalog will be deleted, Filipino subjects will be deleted, how can a Ilocano speak with a Bisaya? How can a Pampangueño speak with a Cebuano or Batangueño? That is what I want to emphasize. The major communication today, the major subjects in tertiary level regarding these communication skills is about Filipino, wherein our language that we are using is Tagalog. This is the language, mother language of all dialects here in the Philippines. How many dialects are there here in the Philippines? So that's my question to you. I think more than 300 or 200. More than 300. So how can we have equality in speaking in English? In Tagalog, in Tagalog. So the thing is, these Filipino subjects, we incorporate to the tertiary level. Okay? That's the thing. So, I want to emphasize that we should not delete these Filipino subjects. Now, going back again to nga. If I am a teacher, how will I communicate with the students? If I am the engineer or building engineer or architecture or architect, how can I communicate with the foreman or the contractor if we do not have proper communication skills? And these proper communication skills can be interfaced with the plan, which is the architecture. This thing that we are having right now, for example, building houses, building bridges. The thing is, communication skills is very much needed because of this following. Okay? For a moment. Now, just for a moment. Now, this is the thing. For a moment, I will just drink water. My throat is dry. Lumas kaya nga. Now, how can an engineer communicate with the architect if they don't have a proper communication skills, especially the foreman in building buildings or in building houses? How can the foreman communicate to the civil engineer? Okay, in my profession as a teacher or as a computer science graduate, how can I communicate with the project manager or the project leader? Okay, that's the thing. Communication is very much needed. So, these communication skills should be bombarded into the K-12 program. We should bombard them with communication skills, which is our nation have a focusing on BPO, Business Processing Outsourcing. Okay? Now, the ratio of Filipinos versus the ratio of India versus the ratio of China, who is much bigger in contributing workforce in all parts of the globe, who is much qualified, who are much competent regarding all the populations. Okay, we have a small population, but we have the more competent workers. India has the population, but there are still competent workers. China has a big population, but they have competent workers. But in using ratio, the population, we are the number one exporting human resources. Okay? Sorry, my Indian friends, my Pakistani friends. Sorry. Now, we are undergoing military upgrading. I don't want to intervene with that, but we must still focus on the education of the youth. I don't want to intervene because I am not a soldier and I have no knowledge regarding this military. Okay, I am not a soldier, but with all my abilities, I can fight for my people, even to the death. Okay, now, I have watched a documentary about the children walking 2 hours, 2.5 hours just to go to the school. And the thing is, there are no proper highways wherein these children can walk. They live in the bondocks of come on, just admit. They live in the bondocks of in any place of the Philippines, they live there in the bondocks. The thing is, they are walking 2.5 hours with no proper terrain that they can walk. So this is the problem. Then that reporter asked, why are you studying? It's too much difficult to study if you live and walk 2 hours in a day in your home. What is your primary reason of studying because of the suffering that you are enduring every day? And then the child answered, because I want to help my family. Okay. But other children are focusing because I want to marry a foreigner. Okay? These things. Because they have this, even using a knife, they can hold onto this knife, even cutting their fingers, just to provide food for their family, just to provide good living for their family. That is why they hold on to the samurai sword and even cutting their hands. That's the thing. Okay? Have you noticed it? It's raining. It's raining. Come on. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Okay, I will stop now on talking this nga. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. God bless. Good morning.